hello. I'm about to literally offend loads of people who've lived or are from London with this terrible accent, but welcome to Miss Telford's useless tat shop and cafe. Okay, today we are going to consolidate everything that we've learnt this week. Okay, so we're going to look at coin recognition and double check that we knew all our coins, and then we're going to have a go at maybe buying something from my shop. Okay, I'm going to stop that now. Okay, so let's double check that we recognize all of our coins. So first of all, 1p. Show me a 1p. If you've got a picture, hold it up. If you've got the actual coin in front of you, hold that up as well. Let's see if you match mine. It is the small brown one. If you've got that one, well done. We then have the 2p coin, so hold up a 2p if you've got it. Okay, you should have the larger brown coin. Okay, so we had a really small one for a penny and we've got the larger one for the 2 pence. Okay, next coin is our 5p, so hold up a 5 pence. Yep, it is the small silver one, the really teeny silver one. And then finally, the ones we looked at this week include this one here, the 10 pence, so hold me up with 10 pence. Yeah, the larger silver one. Okay, so we had a small 5, which is the silver, and a larger 10 pence. Okay, the way we consolidate everything we've looked at, because we looked at value, and then we looked at different ways we could make amounts using different coins. We are now going to have a go at playing a shop. Okay, I know some of you have already done that this week, which is absolutely fantastic, but let's have a go together. Okay, so if you've got your coins in front of you, great. Okay, have them on a little mat in front of you, so like just a sheet of paper would be your working space. I have my whiteboard in front of me to help me out, and I've got my coins to the side, and Mummy Bear was very kind to drop some pennies through the letterbox for me, so I can use a few of those as well. Okay, so I have got Miss Telford's useless tat shop and cafe, because everything in my shop is ridiculous. I have cakes on one side and then I have some random toy selections on the rest of the side. Now each little item has a price tag, okay, and what we're going to do today is we're going to buy 2 or 3 items. Okay, so we will need to find the total of those 2 items and then decide which coins we are going to use to buy said items. Okay, so let's make a start. Okay, hopefully you've had a look at the items on offer. Okay, and we are now going to pick 2 of them. Okay, if you're at home and you haven't done your role play yet, then maybe you can have a go at designing some items you would like to put into your shop. So you might have a marble shop and you want to sell your toy figures, although not real, don't worry, Mum and Dad won't sell them yet. Maybe you want to sell your artwork, because I've seen a lot of you draw some fantastic stuff today. So maybe you want to sell some paintings or some art. Okay, in my case, I just printed off some pictures from Twinkle. Okay, I don't think I could ever part with anything in my house. Okay, so let's give this a go. We're going to pick 2 things from the shop. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off because they're a bit dirty. Okay, 2 things from our shop. So let's pick one. We are going to, I think I'm feeling a bit of sugar, so I think I'm going to take one of the Angel fancy cakes. And let's also buy a cookie dough sandwich. Okay, actually I'm going to switch that around because it's very expensive for a cake. Okay, we're going to start with some easier ones. We'll go for the lemon cake. Okay, so I have my lemon cake and my cookie dough sandwich. Okay, so first of all I have to look at how much they are. 1 pence for the lemon cake and 5 pence for the cookie dough sandwich. So I'm going to write that as a number sentence. Okay, 5 pence, add 1 pence. Okay, now that you could do on your fingers easily. Some of you might be able to just do it in your head because it's 1 more. 5 and 1. So you got 5 in your head, add 1 on, it's 6, okay? So my total for those items that I want to buy is 6 pence. Okay, this is where yesterday's activity comes in handy, okay? Because I now need to decide which coins I wanted to use for this purchase. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is use the pennies that are suggested right there. 5p. Here's my 5p, and 1p, my penny. Okay, so if I was at my shop and I wanted to buy those two items, I've got my 5p and my 1p, which makes 6p, and I'm going to hand that to myself because it's my shop of Useless Tat and a cafe. Okay, what is another way we could give money for this though? Okay, so I said that we could give a 5p and a 1p. Is there another way that you could make 6p? Okay, on your mats at home, I would like you to use your coins to find a different way to make 6p. Okay, so you can't use a 5p and a 1p. Okay, is there another way we could make that 6p? Okay, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Okay, let's see what you guys came up with. Okay, another way we could make 6p is literally using 6 pennies. Okay, so I'm going to get my 6 pennies from my you know what it is, I need to move them a little bit. So they're right in front of me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I say, if you're still struggling with understanding the value of the coins, just use pennies. Okay, you guys are more than able to count objects, so just use pennies because these all have a value of 1. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6p going to myself. Okay, going back in my bank. Okay, so there is one other way to make 6. So you might have done this yourself. Okay, for those of you who can count in 2s really well, you can use 2p as well. There's actually a few different ways, but we're going to do this one as well. Okay, 2, add 2, add 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6p as well, going to myself. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got on offer then. Let's choose something that's a little bit more expensive because I think 5 and 1 was a little easy because you can do that on your fingers. So let's do something that maybe goes up to 10 or beyond it. Okay, so I'm going to buy this toy monkey. That is 8p. And I'm also going to buy, let's just go up to 10 for the moment. I'm going to buy this very cool looking biscuit. 8 and 2. Okay, 8 and 2. If you know your number bonds to 10, you should know this very quickly. 8 and 2 is 10. Okay, again, you can do that on your fingers. 8, add 2, 1, 2, it's 10. Okay, so I need to make 10p. There was one very, very obvious way to make 10p. Okay, can you find me the coin that is worth 10p? Okay, so have a look amongst your coins on your floor or in front of you. Which coin, hold it up, is worth 10? Yep, for those of you who aren't sure, it's the large silver one. Okay, so I could just give myself that one coin. Okay, but that's easy. Who can find me a different way to make 10? I'm going to give you a little bit longer now. Okay, so you can't use the 10p coin. I want you now to find a different way to make 10, please. Go. Okay, So, can anyone shout at the screen? Because I can hear you all the way from your houses through the screen. Can anyone tell me a different way they could make 10 pence? Because that's how much my stuff costs. Let's have a think. This is where you have a go at your number bonds to 10. What two amounts add up to 10? You might have used 5p and 5p because 5 and 5 make 10. So that's one way I could make 10. You might use loads of 2p coins, but I don't have enough for 10. No! Okay, so you might do 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, which also makes 10. You might have used 10 pennies. Okay, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies. Okay, you might have thought of a different way. You might have used a 5 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1. So you might have used your copper coins to make 5 and then another 5. Okay, there's loads of different ways to make 10. And hopefully if you had a go at our task yesterday, you might already know that off by heart. Okay, so I think that one was another easy one. So let's try an amount that goes beyond 10. So once again, this is where your number bond knowledge comes into it, or maybe your number block knowledge. Okay, 10 and 1, 10 and 1, 11. Okay, so you might know some stuff with number blocks. Okay, so let's give this a try. Let's go something that is beyond 10. So I'm going to buy that angel slice now. And I'm also going to buy this jammy dodger looking biscuit. Okay, so what I have got is an angel cake that costs 11 pence. And I've also got a biscuit that costs 3. So we've got 11 plus 3, okay, pence. What you might do is just try and make 11 pence first and then make 3 pence. So let's try that first. Okay, how could we make 11 really quickly? What 2 coins could we use to make 11? Think of number blocks. Okay, what 2 numbers go to make 11? Some of you might know that it's a 10 and a 1. Okay, 10 and 1, 10 and 1, 11. Okay, so there's my 11 pence. Now I just need to make 3 pence, which I might just do with pennies. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, terribly. There's my amount already. And if I haven't already got my total, I could then add that up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pence I need. Okay. So you might be able to get the amounts to help you find the total. You might have found the total first, okay? It's entirely up to you. So we need to make 14 pence, 14. The easiest way I would do that is every time you have a number that is in the teens, always have a 10 pence. Okay, that 1 isn't a 1, it means 10. And then you've got an extra 4, okay? So you need to make 10 and 4 to make your 14 pence. That might be an easy way. You might make 14 in a different way. That is totally fine as well, okay? So what I want you to do now is try and find a way using your coins to make the number 14, okay? This is our last one for our practice before you go off and you make your own fantastic shops. And yes, I would love to see some brilliant looking signs like Maya spent all morning making it, okay? So what way, and I'll see if I can rub this out so you can see it a bit better. What other way could you make the number 14? That's a harder one. That's fine. If it's too easy, you're never going to go anywhere. So we're going to try a bit harder. Work your brains. Okay, so you've got another 10 to 20 seconds to do that. Okay. Okay, my little mathematicians, can you tell me another way that you might make 14, okay? We tried the method where you at least have your 10 pence to begin with, so you only need to make the 4. So is there another way we could do that? We had a 10 and 4 pennies. Can we do it a different way? We might have 10 and 2 2p's. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 already. Okay, what if we didn't have the 10 pence though? Is there another way we could make that? There's loads of different ways, okay? Another way, you might turn your 10 into 2 5s and then have your extra 4. So there I've got 2 5s and 2 2s, okay? 2 5s and 4 pennies. You might have a 5 pennies and then 2 2p coins, okay? There's loads and loads of different ways, okay? But building a shop for role play is a really good way to get used to using different money, because what you could do to up the challenge, mums and dads, is take away certain coins. So you might say, okay, I'm going to take away the pennies. You can only use 2p's, 5p's and 10p's to make your amount, and then hopefully the amount will actually match being able to use those coins, okay? But the challenge could be that they can only use certain coins, okay? The next challenge up from that would be to ask for change. So if your amount cost 9 pence and you give them a 10 pence, how much money would you need back? Because you haven't used them all. That's your takeaway knowledge, but that's for another day. Okay, so today, I hope you've enjoyed being part of Miss Telford's Useless Tat Shop and Cafe. Okay, tat, by the way, like rubbish, for those of you who I'm not sure. I would love to see on our Google Classroom some examples of this. I know I've already seen some already. If you are not part of our Google Classroom, because I know that we've got viewers from Canada and Australia on here, which is amazing. Okay, this is for YouTube people. Yeah, would love to hear in the comments anything that you have done at home as well. Okay, and I suppose I could add to our little video just to really push the YouTube side of things. Sorry, Google Classroom parents. Remember to hit subscribe so you know when I have got new videos coming up. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you soon.